We're a little over 24 hours away from game one of the NBA Finals, and some good news is rolling in for the New York Knicks. We're going to break that down on today's show as you're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We are presented by Prize Picks, and my name is Marshall Green. If you want the Knicks to win the NBA Finals, I can't even believe I'm saying that, but if you want it to happen, hit that thumbs up icon right now. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now. My name is Marshall Green, and we got to talk about Mitchell Robinson, as today was media day for the NBA Finals. We have an update on Robinson. Mike Brown just spoke about him. We're going to break that down. And I also want to talk about ESPN and what Brian Windhorst had to say. As you can see here, a bunch of ESPN experts made their finals picks. 13 individuals were polled, and only 3 people chose the New York Knicks to win the NBA Finals, with 10 choosing that the San Antonio Spurs were going to be the ones to lift the Larry O'Brien trophy. And I love that. This team has always played better with a chip on their shoulder, and these people right here respectfully aren't really ever right. I love how the media is painting a picture that the New York Knicks have no chance. There's no way that the New York Knicks can beat the team coming out of the Western Conference. It was just like on Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Mike Tirico, who's done a terrible job broadcasting the NBA Finals, said these are the best 2 teams in the NBA. How do you know that, Mike? How do you know that? I also am wondering, where are the odds that suggest that the New York Knicks have no chance? Because these are the closest odds that the NBA Finals have seen since like 2021. The Knicks are only plus 170, and that is with having to go on the road for Game 7. These odds suggest that this series is going to be tight and not necessarily a coin flip, but anything could happen. And that is why I love what Brian Windhorst said today on ESPN. Says, the more and more people I've talked to around the league, scouts, other coaches, they are really surprised that the Spurs are favored by as much as they are. They get it with Wembanyama and how tough the West playoffs were, and they really believe that the Knicks have some advantages in this series and that this thing could absolutely go the New York Knicks' way. Yeah, because people that have actually been watching, people that actually know how basketball is played and how winners are decided in series, like, this thing is tight. And I believe the Knicks are going to win. And I get it. I'm biased. I bleed orange and blue. But I watched every game that the Knicks and Spurs played this year. I watched it again after Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. I've watched every game of San Antonio in the playoffs. I just saw them have to go to a Game 7 against the Oklahoma City Thunder where Jalen Williams did not play and A.J. Mitchell did not play. Are we sure that Oklahoma City team was that good? And the fact that the Spurs had to take them 7 games? Like, the New York Knicks are on the hottest heater in NBA history right now. Let's cut the BS. The whole idea that the New York Knicks have no shot in the big bad West and the Knicks are playing for, miss me with that. Vegas is telling you this is going to be a close series, and I believe the Knicks are going to come out on top. I'm old enough to remember when these 2 teams played on March 1st, which is like 2+ months ago, not that long ago. And the San Antonio Spurs were on an 11-game win streak, and they were dominating teams in the big bad West that everyone likes to just bow down to. The New York Knicks blew them out. They dominated them. It was not a game. The Knicks were just by watching that game, the much better team. And that was during the hottest stretch of the season for the San Antonio Spurs. Look, the Spurs are a good team. I'm not saying they're not. You don't get to the NBA Finals if you're not a good team. You could see who they have. They're really good. Fox is a proven player. Vassell is a young up-and-coming player who's already kind of arrived. Wembanyama might be the best player in the NBA. Stephon Castle's playing good hoops right now. Julian Champagnie's one of the best shooters in the league, and you could tell and know that he's going to be fired up to play the Knicks as he grew up in New York. But I'm sorry, man. Like, so are the New York Knicks. The Knicks are a damn good team as well. You don't win in the way and the fashion the Knicks do if you're not a good ball team. I'll just ask you, who do you got in the NBA Finals? Type NYK for the Knicks. Type SAS for the San Antonio Spurs. I saw another stat when I was getting ready for the show today. Teams coming off a sweep against teams coming off a 7-game series are 20-4 in NBA history. I think that might just mean something. Have the Spurs run out of gas? We'll find out. Before we tell you about the Mitchell Robinson injury update, I do have an ask for all the real ones. One, go download the Prize Picks app. Shout out to Prize Picks for being our presenting sponsor here at Chat Sports. Use that promo code HMA, play $5, and Prize Picks is going to hook you up with $50 in lineups. You can also follow me on Prize Picks at @MarshallGreen_. Right now, I'm like the Knicks. I'm dominating every other team in the East when it comes to followers on Prize Picks. And I want to keep it that way, and I want to separate the gap, especially between myself and Smitty. He thinks he actually knows ball. Follow me, and you can actually make some money on Prize Picks. I don't always get things right, but I have hit on a couple of big lineups recently. I turned $70 into north of $2,600. Then I got a little risky and frisky, and I put almost $270 to win almost $2,100. And then during the March Madness, I put a $100 lineup to win $1,000. And another time I did $173 to win almost $911. I don't get everything always right, but I have had some big hits, and you can follow me and easily tail or fade my lineups on Prize Picks at @MarshallGreen_. It's America's #1 sports picks app. And when you use that promo code HMA and you play $5, you get $50 instantly. Help me get my followers up. It's easy, it's fun, and it's also a social app as well. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's available in all 50 states plus Washington, D.C. Use that promo code HMA. Support the show, support the sponsor. Be a real one. Play $5 and get $50 in lineups instantly. Today is NBA Finals Media Day, where players are taking the podium for both the Knicks and the Spurs and speaking to all of the reporters there. And Jared Schwartz, who covers the New York Knicks for the New York Post, snapped this picture of Mitchell Robinson's right hand where he reportedly broke his pinky, but it's more of his fifth metatarsal bone is what has been reported as, and doesn't look too swollen. I don't really see any swelling at all. He does look like he has a little bit of a bandage there on his knuckle, but no wrap, no splint, no brace. I'm going to take that as good news. And Mike Brown recently spoke today, literally, this was 30 minutes ago. Says Mike Brown, opening his presser, said Mitchell Robinson has done some individual work and that he'll need to speak with medical staff to see what he could do at practice ahead of tomorrow's Game 1 NBA Finals game. As Sham Sharani giving us an update as well, very similar to this. Look, I don't know how much you're going to get from Mitchell Robinson. If there's any player in the world that could play through a broken hand or a broken pinky, he's the guy that I believe could do it at one of the highest levels, and he ultimately can be a major difference maker in this series. One of the ways I see him impacting this series, like we saw in the NBA Cup, is on the offensive glass. The San Antonio Spurs, throughout the regular season, were the #1 defensive rebounding team. That percentage has dropped almost 5 points, and they're down from the first best to the fifth best of 16 playoff teams. And the way that you can make them pay by Victor Wembanyama's elite shot blocking is when he goes and tries to help on that shot block on defense, he can chase and he can get out of position, and then you could have someone like Mitchell Robinson there to clean it up and get you an easy bucket. We saw that in the NBA Cup final. Shout out to my guy Ari on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Awesome stuff over there. Knicks down by 5 versus the Spurs in the NBA Cup final to begin the fourth. Then Mitchell Robinson happens. 4 offensive rebounds and a steal in 2 minutes, leading to 8 points with Wemby on the floor. The Knicks go up 97-94 and never look back. And we know that is the type of impact that Mitchell Robinson can have. We have seen it with our own eyes multiple times that he can tilt the floor in the favor of the New York Knicks in not that many minutes. He was a +9 in the NBA Cup in 18 minutes. Gave you 15 boards, 10 on the offensive side, 2 blocks, 1 steal. And then in that March 1st matchup, he was a +10 in those minutes as well. And I think he would be, if healthy, a good player to throw on Victor Wembanyama as well. He's strong enough, he's tall enough, he's lanky enough, and he is quite honestly agile enough as well. We saw him put Jason Tatum in jail time and time again off of pick and rolls where Tatum was trying to work off the bounce, and he could not escape Mitchell Robinson's defense. And I believe that he could play that same type of defense on Wembanyama. Look, Wemby's going to get his. You have to eliminate the dunks, and you have to eliminate the easy pull-up threes from him and make him live in the mid-range. That's where he doesn't want to be because he doesn't have that much of a defined offensive game yet. If he has to consistently live out of that mid-range, you'll take your lumps and you'll take your wins in those situations. And the more bodies you have to throw at Victor, the better it is. I want to see Towns on him a little bit. I want to see OG Anunoby on him. Maybe some Josh Hart on him as well to try to get under his center of gravity. Then you throw Mitchell Robinson on him from time to time. Maybe it's Mikal Bridges using his length against Wemby. More bodies to throw at him. Try to tire him out. Try to wear him out. He has done that. Played 37 minutes per game in that 7-game series versus the Oklahoma City Thunder compared to he played less than 30 minutes per game in round 1 and round 2. I like the Knicks' chances, and if Mitchell Robinson is healthy, I have a really good feeling about this series. If you want the Knicks to win the NBA Finals, hit that thumbs up icon. Send the good vibes. Speak it into existence. Don't be the reason the Knicks don't win. Hit that thumbs up icon and make sure you are following me over on social media. You can find me on Twitter or on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.